Rabbi Schneider.
Shalom. I'm continuing with this schmooze about the women of and the Chayzer. There's a story that they met. The Rebbe is saying that the Sanhedrin is in session at certain hours, certain mystical hours, through telepathy, even though they're hundreds of kilometers separate them, and they vote. Now, but sometimes they have to meet. The Rebbe talked about this. Kufay Gimel, Ayin Sham, Chama, Kufay Gimel, if I remember correctly. Now, there was an important meeting. Remember, Imanova came to see the Chayzer. And as we were saying, the Chayzer was very much into Mashiach, Yedua. They all died the same year, Yedua, the whole story. And it seems the Chayzer wanted to make men of a Mashiach. I mean, the Chayzer was a Levi, he couldn't be Mashiach. And the men was saying, Michael Tavis, I don't want. It's going to be a lot of bloodshed, and let it be quiet. And then we'll see already. It'll be somebody. You can wait. 100 years. I'm not going to be Mashiach. So they met at a certain Shabbos. I'm sure it was a very important meeting. We haven't set up our Machon yet, and we don't have the information at hand. We know there were 100 tzaddikim always by the Chayzer's case. He had 100 Leifes Zupatis, 100 tzaddikim wearing white clothes that came into Ari every Shabbos. And they were supposed to eat the morning meal together. And remember, I don't know if I'm saying the story exactly right, Ayin Sham, if you have somebody who has the Bikiyas. And remember, the women that came in and they saw that the chalas of Shabbos, the Mishnah were covered. And if you say the reason because of the tal, okay, last Shabbos, okay, take off the two chalas because there was a covering of tal. But if you took off the tal, so that's it, there's no more tal in the morning. So he took off the mappa, and that made a pirud. I don't know if they ate the meal together or not. What does this mean mystically? And as the Chayzer was saying, the two chalas are still covered. The chef is not here, the shalv is not here until Mashiach comes. And remember, they were pulled off the mappa and saying, no, the chef is here, the shalv is here, just let it be. We'll have already the chef now, before Mashiach. That was the machlokes. Okay, so we spoke that there's two rocking the boats. No, the Mendel Rimmer doesn't want to rock. The Mendel Rimmer is happy with Napoleon. It's a new world order. Yefer will speak French in Bayam, will learn to speak French. And he certainly didn't want to rock the boat in a boat. He wasn't interested in being Mashiach. He said, okay, we're going the way of the Rebbe Melech, right? Little Talmidim, can you do it, the word? No, Yetzim Aiden, Ashkestagon, Shomi Pro, Zaila Ba Rashim. Aiden is the Baal Shem Tov, the Nohor is the Magid, Gan Aiden is the Gan is the Rebbe Melech, and the Baal Rashim is women of the Apterov, the Chayzer, and the Kosher Magid. So we'll keep on going in this way, and Napoleon is not going to bother us, and everything will be decided. Now, the Rebbe, as we spoke, Rabbi Nachman, did not want to involve himself with politics. He do the story that Shmuel Isaac came in with his dream, and he came running into the Rebbe with his dreams, and he fell to the Rebbe's feet, and was wearing a broken hat. He was very poor. And the Rebbe said, this man with the broken hat, he also decided he was going to be the Tsar, right? The question was, when they assassinated Tsar Paul, so who would be the Tsar? Alexander was Rach, and he would be liberal, and Nicholas was terrible mamzer, and he made the Gezeres, you do about taking the children to the army. So Shmuel Isaac was on the side of Alexander. That's what happened. Alexander became the Tsar. I don't know exactly for how many years. I'm not that sharp on the history. Eventually, Alexander died, or they say he didn't actually die. His coffin was empty. He ran away, and he wanted to go to do kapara. He was traveling from place to place with the Kaptonim. He did Golis. He's a tzaddik, a Christian tzaddik, Alexander. He was a nice guy. But then Nicholas became the Tsar, and he made the Gzerim and the Kritin and Tofkut Zayin, Simchas Torah, Shmuel Isaac was with HaKofis. He's saying, me or him. He says, I won't let him be the Tsar. If he becomes the Tsar, then I have to leave this world. And that's what happens after this world, Tofkut Zayin. But Rebbe says, he has to do, but not me. I have nothing to do with this thing. I am not intervening in what's going on. That's not my business. I am setting up, but I am shaking the inner boat, right? The rest of it is the biggest shake-up, right? His voice is the whole business. That's why there's just a tremendous snuggness and rest of, because he's changing the ways of Hashem Tov. And he said, you have to go to Eretz Yisrael after 4 days. Don't go to America. Rabbi Nachman is saying, you won't survive in America. Bubalach, you won't survive there. It's not going to be good. Go to Eretz Yisrael after 4 days. That's the tzav of Rabbi Nachman. But that has to do with the survival of the Jewish people. And like he spoke, the Shemat Neschesed, the state that the Rebbe says, the Goyim are going to bring back the Jews to Eretz Yisrael, the Rishoyim. But he's working completely on the spiritual path. It's Rabbi Nachman. Okay, so Remember doesn't want to change anything. The Balatani is revolting against the French liberalism, fraternity, equality, and he's also changing the Derech of Hashem Tov. Everybody was against him also, right? Because it was his violence and his kunsim, with the Chabad kunsim. Okay, so he's shaking out the outer world and the inner world. The cousins, the Magid, is shaking the outer world. He's against Napoleon. He's a Polish patriot. But the inner world, he wants to keep the way of the Rebbe Levinach. The Chayz is also shaking the outer world because but because of the inner world, it says we have to go back to Eretz Yisrael. The Chayz is the biggest Zionist. The Kohen the Magid says, I don't want to go to Eretz Yisrael because I'll lose Yom Tov Sheni. He's not willing to lose Yom Tov Sheni. He wants to stay in Golis because of the Magid. Okay, so there's different positions. It has to be all worked out. It's quite complicated. You need a diagram about who's shaking the inner world, the outer world. The Kohen is shaking everything. And eventually he got thrown out the window. Can you do it? In the Simchas Torah, he died in Tisha B'Av. And the cousin Samagid is just shaking the outer world, and it's complicated. The Yehudi HaKodesh is also changing the inner world because he said no white clothes, no 12 chalas, black clothes, 2 chalas, the way of the Maral. The Yehudi HaKodesh is also changing the inner world. But not, and also is open to go back to Eretz Yisrael through Montefiore, through all the right Simcha Bunim, that school, the school of the school that the Goyim will bring us back, but we don't have to go back, but we're willing to do that also, to go back. And the German rabbis are saying the Jews have to do it. The the machlokes over here between the Litaim and the Hasidim, between the Misnagdim and the Hasidim. The Tzaddikim the Tzaddikim in Germany and the Vilna are saying the Jews have to go back. The Jews have to do it. The Jews have to shake up the whole thing. Zionism, they're the real fathers of Zionism. Herzl is a monkey. They're the real fathers of Zionism. But the Hasidic Rebbe are not saying that. The Hasidic Rebbe accepted Mendel Rebbe and the people that he wanted with him. But there was a small minority. The most of the Hasidic Rebbe are saying the Goyim will do it, or the secular Jews will do it. Montefiore will do it. That vision goes with that also. It's complicated. It's very complicated about who's shaking up what and who's bringing the Jews back to Israel, the Jews themselves, the Goyim. It's complicated. But okay, we talked a little bit. Karl Tov, תודה רבה. רב שיפקן יגלנו.
תודה רבה.
בוא נענית.
Amen. תודה רבה, Rabbi Schneider.
קרל טוב.